Good morning, this is Shane Starr, and today's video has a couple of different sources. I meant to do an MBTI video about Christmas, but I found as I was preparing that there was a lot of overlap, too much overlap, and I was just going to be repeating everything I said in my Enneagram video, just dividing the things up differently. So I thought that's not such a great idea after all. So in the spirit of the holiday seasons, I figured I'll do a video about how each MBTI type spends his or her holidays. And that's pretty much easy enough. I think a lot of us could guess that. And it's kind of fun. And since I didn't prepare for the light traffic and I'm at work about an hour too early, I figured it'd be a good idea to break this video out now. So here we go. How each MBTI type spends the holiday season. Let's start with our SI types. ISTJ. They or we like to spend time at work. Here I am at work. Holiday season, everyone else is at home. But really, we split time between work and family. But if there's a type that is working over the holiday, it would be likely that it could be an ISTJ or maybe an ESTJ, but ISTJs are workaholics. So there's that. ISFJs, they can work really hard too, but ISFJs are most likely to be at home with their families over the holidays, not doing much outside of the home, but just relaxing, enjoying their loved ones' company, and that's how an ISFJ will go on the holidays. SEs, ESTPs, they will be most likely out with their friends, either at restaurants or happy hours or bars maybe. They'll be out having a good time, whatever that is, and if they have a different kind of lifestyle, they'll be out doing what they like to do, whether it's extreme sports or just regular sports, or something like motocross or surfing, or just getting out there and doing something. I think that's where you'll find most ESTPs over the holiday season. ESFPs, there's some overlap here, but I would say they're more likely to be going to like concerts or amusement parks, stuff like that. Now they can go out with their friends and play sports as well. Obviously anyone can be doing anything, but ESFPs are more likely going to social events, again, things like concerts or amusement parks, Disneyland, that kind of stuff. Lead introverted intuition types, INFJs and INTJs. INFJs will be at home either reading their favorite book or binge watching their favorite TV show or maybe movie, with their cat. I mean, I have 2 cats, so I can't make fun for that. So INFJs, at home reading or watching their favorite TV shows. INTJs will also be at home, but they'll be working on their next big project, whether it's something with their own business or something with regards just even a garage resorting project or something like that. INTJs will use the holidays to work on something personal and important to them. Lead extroverted intuition types, ENTPs and ENFPs. ENTPs will be playing video games. I know that's a stereotype, but if any type is the video game guru, it's them. They'll be either playing video games or doing random friend stuff. If you have a semi-adult person sitting there playing Fortnite, yelling at the TV with their friends, you can't count ENTP out as a possibility for their type. they'll just be doing fun, random stuff with other people, having a good time. That's how ENTPs will most likely spend their holidays. ENFPs, I think out of all the types, perhaps ENFPs are the most attached to travel. And I know this is stereotypical. Many types love to travel, but ENFPs are the most likely to be going somewhere for the holidays, not necessarily overseas or to some, great place. It might just be to the mountains or to the beach or something, but they'll be going somewhere with their loved ones or friends, and I think that's how ENFPs are likely to spend their holidays. Moving on to TE, that is extroverted thinking, ENTJs and ESTJs. ENTJs will use the holidays to catch up on business. There's usually business conferences for CEOs or other leaders in whatever industry they're from. And, and if it's not something that grand, they'll just be setting up meetings or closing deals or finishing work undone earlier in the holiday season. ESTJs, they're sort of like, to me, a mix between ENTJs and ISTJs. I think they like to spend time at home, but they're the most likely type to be on emergency call for things at work. Like when we think of ESTJ, again, this is stereotypical, but stereotypes are a lot of what 16 personalities, MBTI or socionics, stereotypes are kind of a big part of it, whether you like it or not. ESTJs are usually the middle management people, higher than the people on the front lines, but not the CEOs themselves. So they're responsible for a lot of things in their business. So most likely they're at home, but on call. So they have to, maybe go back to work at an inopportune time or hour. And I don't think they're quite the emotional workaholic type, but they'll do what needs to be done. And if that means being on call over Christmas or New Year's, they'll do it. Next, introverted thinking types, ISTP and INTP. I think ISTPs are the most flexible of all the types. You could literally find a niche. It's almost the same like with Enneagram 9. There's such a wide range. They're not specific as to certain types of behaviors, but most likely ISTPs, again, they're flexible. I think it depends on their environment. If it's an ISTP kid within a friend group, then sure, they'll go along with their friends, whoever the action's happening. You can have ISTPs similar to ESTPs in that they'll go do their favorite sport or something. You can have ISTPs closer to INTPs, which will be basically relaxing, doing whatever it is they do on a day off when it's not a holiday. So ISTPs are pretty flexible, and since I've already mentioned INTPs, I'll just say INTPs are the most type to act the same on a holiday that they would on a regular day off. Whatever it is they're doing, just investing or getting into whatever interests them, that's what they'll be doing. Okay, and that can be a variety of different things, from crossword puzzles to architecture or systems learning or video games sometimes. Introverted thinking types have a very wide variety of things that you might find them doing on a holiday. They're harder to peg than the other ones. FE leads, I would say ESFJs, they're going to be with all their family and friends doing whatever it is they're doing, taking the role of leader in those friendship or family groups. I think that's an underrated, understated thing about ESFJs is how much they take control of social situations. They're not just busybodies or gossips. They're the ones usually in charge, like the leader of the friend group. And I think that point goes lost on a lot of people. So that's for ESFJs. I think ENFJs, they're less social in the purely social sense of the word. They're more likely to be spending their holiday season doing something meaningful. You know, in some cases it might be volunteering or helping out with their family or friends, or even the general public, doing something that matters. I think that's where you'll find an ENFJ spending at least a portion of their holidays. Okay, last but not least, our introverted feelers, ISFPs and INFPs. I think with ISFPs more than any other type, I know it's, again, anecdotal and stereotypical, but ISFPs will be chilling, listening to music, either with friends or alone. They just like to kind of vibe, and they're the music person of all the types, I think, at least in my experiences, insofar as I understand it. They'll just kind of go with the flow, and again, music will be a part of whatever's happening around them. INFPs, kind of similar, you know, music could be a part of it, but they're a little more, even though they're both introverted, both lead with the same type, I find INFPs to be a little more isolated than ISFPs. They can, I think they'll spend the most time perhaps in online groups. I mean, INFJs too, but I would say INFPs mostly, you'll find them just chilling by themselves and going along with whatever it is they like to do on time off. So that's it for our holiday season, and hope you enjoyed the video. That's it.